2. YTPC. Hope everybody is surviving the stresses and strains of current day life, be that pandemics or elections for that matter. Well, I haven't made a video for a few days and you probably wondered what's happened to him. Did Black Chuck get Redcoat's return? I'm pleased to say not. If he ever comes, I'm ready for him. But I'm actually here in shed number 2. I mentioned probably, I think in previous videos, that at our main house in North Switzerland I had my TARDIS shed, the Shed of Serenity. Well, we were working on another project here down where the chalet is, in the chalet apartment in southern Switzerland, and it's pretty well almost finished. Just that light up there has to be put in, but I've got power. I've got another Mike Rondo fireplace, as you see there. Mike, you've done so much for the electric fireplace industry. Well done. And this is the inside. I don't have my super duper directional mic, but I'll try to be near the camera so you can pick this up. Won't be a long video. Just wanted to show you the end result. This is 4 months work at least. Some done by us, some done by some relatives of mine with me, and some done by some professionals that we got to do certain bits. The electrics, you have to get the electrician, otherwise it's illegal. So housekeeping, Blakemar Briars. It's the really nice top line briar that he offers. Probably can't see that very well in this light, but I have all kinds of things in this shed to make life easier. And now you probably can see it. You see it's a beautiful grain on this pipe, 9mm, which Mike Billington will do if you ask him. And in it, McClelland's Deep Hollow, which is a lovely autumnal tobacco, mild maple and a bit of vanilla. Smokes very cool, just like a codger blend, very easy, very well behaved. To all you new pipe smokers, when you hear the word well behaved tobacco, get it. I mean, it is just easy, doesn't smoke hot, you don't have to relight it. It's usually about the right moisture level in the can or in the pouch. Got a little Christmas lighter here that you might want to see. Again, this is one of those star lighters. Santa with some deer, but got that a couple of years ago. Very nice Christmas time lighter. Christmas not far away. It goes quick, you know. As far as I'm concerned, when you're in December, you're in Christmas, you know. Well, I'll give you a quick look around, huh? So we got the inside insulated and panelled. Before, this was really raw wood and old wood and full of wormholes. The door had fallen off. It was on the point of not far from collapse. That window over there was just an open space where all kinds of birds could come in and stuff like that. So it was really a sort of wreck, to be honest. And now we've got shelves everywhere and our cushions for the chairs when spring comes along. Long time away now. And then here my grill stuff, ladders, outside umbrellas, that kind of stuff. It's a storage place, but my wife and I had a cigarette. She had a cigarette, I had a pipe, of course, yesterday evening with this little heater on, and it was just joy. And so we've decided to call this Shangri-la. Leave it to my wife, because I promised her she can decide pretty well most things about this shed. And a fridge full of wine and some beer. Let's take a look from outside. Just got it finished. You see here was a lot of dirt over these well, I suppose you can sort of say glaciated rock chunks, where many tens of thousands of years ago the glaciers were moving and smoothed them out. We've decided to keep those once we got the earth off them, and then put down a lot of paving. And the last couple of days I was doing this, chopping wood and stacking it. That will certainly take me through the winter. Keep it dry with that little roof we put on there. And very typical on these old sheds down here, you see these engraved initials from like 150 years ago, maybe longer, of the first person who erected it, often with a little cross or sometimes a little sentence, sort of blessing the object, as it were. That's the new door. All of this stonework had to be done. We got a professional to do that, because that's beyond my capabilities to do it that well. And some on the wood treatment and replacement, because this also had holes in it before, and some bits had to be replaced. But we tried to renovate it as it was in the style that it should be from that time, and it's come out pretty good. We're very happy with it. It cost us a lot of Swiss francs, but if you do some of it yourself and you look around for the right tradesman, you know, you can keep the costs under control. Let me introduce you to my little friend here. He actually guards the house and protects it spiritually against all the nasty things out there. I tell the great nieces and nephews it's a dragon's head, but of course it's an old sheep's head. So I'm looking forward to relaxing a little bit because it's been very hectic the last month, really, coming back and forth here to do this and do that and help with this and help with that, and you know, making sure the craftsmen are you know, doing what you wanted and not what they think you should have. I saw Mike Rondo's video about his spider. Gus, right? Good name for a spider. I like spiders myself because they're basically doing you a favour. They get rid of all the mosquitoes and beetles and wasps. They'll take on anything, and they're very hard working, aren't they? You sort of destroy their house with one wave of the cobweb, and they rebuild it, you know, tirelessly. So I'm going to have to get a resident spider here, but I didn't tell my wife that, of course, but I'm sure one will move in anyway. Anyway, about this deep hollow, I quite understand people saying, why talk about a tobacco that isn't produced anymore, we can't get it. And it's a fair point, you know, but, you know, for those who have smoked it before, they might be interested what others think about it, and as we see, there are people who suddenly want to sell their stashes, and some people have the most incredible, you know, bunkers of tobacco stashed away that you thought, well, that's long gone, you'll never see that again. One quite recently, I bought some Christmas cheer, which I thought I would never have a chance to get any of that. And this is actually from a guy in Zurich that has a little bit left, so occasionally I like this so much. You know, I smoked some and I thought, I've just got to get a stash of this, because this is like, you can smoke this at Christmas, it's very, though, perfect for autumn. So autumn evening, but without as much nick, and very, just as pleasant in its own way, and very cool smoking and smooth smoking. All day smoke, wonderful. Vanilla, a bit of maple there. It's you know, not heavily topped, but enough that you don't have to search for the flavours. I must have got a couple of pounds in this in double-sized tins, because much as I could afford at the moment anyway to make a reserve of it. It's just beautiful. And someone will come along selling there, for whatever reason people get out of pipe smoking or different reasons, and suddenly it's there, and things like this show up, you know, or Christmas cheer for that matter. Last night I decided to keep a bottle of bourbon in this shed as well. My wife agreed, because even she, and she's more a cognac preferred person rather than whiskies of any kind, but this one, bourbon, Russell Reserve 10-year, she said this is pretty good stuff, which it is, I can tell you. Went to the restaurant yesterday evening, and then they're closing, and that's real hard because you're starting to ramp up a bit towards the Christmas time, and restaurants usually work on thin margins anyway. Half of them in Switzerland, even the normal times, were writing a slightly red, you know, zero at the end of the year, and the first wave surely put some of them out of business, and this second wave is harder and deeper. And the government, of course, is doing, as in many countries, saying, well, we'll furlough, pay employees, and most people say, well, yeah, you know, that keeps your roof over your head and shirt on your back, and but you know, it barely covers any costs that they have for rent and things like that. They have to hold their premises, of course, and all their capital equipment or whatever. This little heater at the moment is more than enough, but it's not really cold here in Switzerland at the moment. It's you know, sort of around the 10-degree mark. It's not really that cold. Interesting to see how it performs when we get -5, -10, -15 Celsius, as it can go that low. We're at about 1,000 meter elevation here, so we're not really up there in the mountains, but we're in the foothill region, and you know, it makes maybe 2 or 3 degrees difference from the base of the valley. I'm not sure if I enjoy a morning pipe more than any other time of day. There's something about it, you know, let's say about 10 o'clock or something, having a pipe. Beautiful. Anyway, just a quickie to explain about the shed of Shangri-la here. Be thinking out some other videos to bring in the next couple of weeks. Hope to talk to you soon. Do take care, everyone. If you like the videos, always appreciate the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, why not? If you like the channel, take care. Cheers, everyone. Bye bye.